Thank you for staying with us. On the Pundit Corner today, we are beaming our searchlight on Cross River, Ekiti, Anambra, and Osun. Jide, where should we start from, Jide?
Yeah, I would like to start with Cross River.
Okay.
Cross River really looks interesting, and the contest there will be some hell of a battle. In the PDP, there are two factions. The Donald Duke faction and the Lieli Moke.
He's back in PDP.
Yes. Donald Duke enjoys the support of Yison Wike. After Governor Ayade left the party,
Okay.
it was Yison Wike that moved in, continued to oil the structures of the PDP in the state, and they were able to produce the candidate of the party, that Sandy Ojang Ono. So Sandy Ojang Ono emerged as candidate of the party. But because Donald Duke and his people do not want Atiku Abubakar, whereas Lieli Moke wants Atiku Abubakar, they've not been able to work together, which will hurt the party at both the
Governorship and the presidential,
as well as the presidential election. In the Senate battles, for example, I expect the PDP to take 2 of the 3 seats. There is one fellow in Cross River who is so popular, probably the most popular politician in the state now. Yes, forget about the fact that a governor has resources and all that. Agom Jarigwe is a very, very popular politician. 150 out of 100. He's popular, and he belongs to the PDP. He's in the Senate, and he's waxing stronger. Since 1999, PDP has always won Cross River. And for that reason, many people are confident that the PDP will find a way to shade these elections. Yes, Peter Obi, with the young people, Peter Obi is doing well. But the elections are not usually fought and won with one segment of the voting population. In Ikom, in some of the distant parts of the state, the Obi message has not penetrated deeply enough for you to say, okay, from that area, you are sure that
you're getting the vote for the Labour Party.
PDP still has the edge. Both in the presidential election and the governorship election. The governorship election is like 50-50. Between the APC and the PDP. The APC because of the influence of the governor. But
Governor Ayade has strengthened the APC in the...
No, he's coming into the party naturally. It will make the APC stronger. But the PDP, in terms of the grassroots and generally, the PDP still is strong. Ayade is yet to be tested in a major election. To know what he can do in a major election. But the way it's going, the presidential election, Atiku has an edge in the presidential election. Because many people still want to vote for the PDP. Then in the governorship is a little like 50-50. 50-50 between both parties. It depends on how Ayade turns up for the candidate of his party.
Okay.
You know?
Let's talk about Osun State now.
Now, Osun, yes, I've seen some surveys indicating that, Osun State will go the way of the PDP. That's not what I think will happen. In the presidential election, that's not what I think will happen. Of course, the governorship election is not being contested this time. So we are focused on the National Assembly elections mainly,
And the presidential.
Yes.
That's
in the, the House of Assembly election will be quite a contest because
the battle for the soul of that assembly.
yes,
Between
because
the PDP,
both governors,
yes,
both men,
yeah,
Oyetola and the incumbent
Adeleke,
governor, still see themselves as capable of retaining the position or taking the position.
So the stake will be very high.
Oyetola would do his best to win as many
Seats.
House seats as he can, so that if
get the hold.
Judiciary gives him that seat back, he will be able to have a house that is in control of. Now, in the case of Adeleke, he would want to
overhaul the house.
He would want to take control of the house. So he would do his best beyond his Ede fortress. He would want to do his best
to make sure the assembly members are people that will be loyal to him.
People who will be able to support his aspiration and all that. So there will be a big contest in there
the House of Assembly.
In the House of Assembly. But I expect the APC to shade that contest, no matter how little. Just shade it a little bit. In the Senate race, I expect it to be a 2-1, 2 for APC, 1 Senate seat for the PDP. In the presidential election, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the man to beat. I will tell you why I'm convinced that Tinubu will win in Osun. Before the last rally, the NURTW, the Workers' Union of Drivers in the state, were told not to release buses to convey people. Do you know that some people went as far as Ekiti and Ondo to get buses to convey people to the rally? Some went to Ejibo to get buses that ply the Côte d'Ivoire route. That's to tell you how people really, the extent they went just to be part of that rally. And the crowd was so huge that even Asiwaju could not come down. The Yorubas do not give up their own. Where the Yorubas give up their own is if two Yorubas are in a race. Awolowo, during his time, I remember 79, 83, he never lost a Yoruba state. OBJ lost a Yoruba state because Olufalaye was on the ballot. Yes. And Olufalaye won all the Yoruba states. But by 2003, that didn't happen. It took the Yoruba states. So the point that I'm making is the Yorubas will vote for Asiwaju, and they are in overwhelming majority in Osun State. Labour Party doesn't even feature, because go back to the governorship election, the candidate of the Labour Party, Yusuf Lasun, how many votes did he get?
Former Deputy Speaker.
How many votes did he get? I think about 3,000 or so, or even not up to that.
We'll check for us.
Yeah, we'll check. So I think between 2,000 or 3,000, but very, very infinitesimal vote. So Asiwaju will win the presidential election in Osun State. That is as sure as hell.
Okay.
Ultimately,
it's still the PDP state. Yes. Adeleke is still in charge of that state till the court says otherwise.
You see, even in Osun State, a progressive Yoruba state, the people still vote in certain ways. For example, Ife-Ijesha, the APC is very strong in the Ife area. Very strong right now in the Ife area. Some parts of Ijesha may vote PDP, But in the presidential election, it is what happened in Oyo that I foresee will happen. Let's not kid ourselves. Politics is local. Asiwaju is not a local champion. He has built bridges across
the country.
He has friends everywhere. You saw when he mentioned Asari Dokubo as his friend of more than 20 years. But at the same time, the point that I'm making is that the people would vote for him. He would naturally be their choice ahead of anyone else on the ballot. So I expect him to win, not because, oh, it's just Yoruba, this and no. I expect him to win because
He's worked so hard.
He's worked hard over the years.
Ekiti State.
Well, Ekiti, just like Osun Ekiti, the governorship election will not be taking place. But in Ekiti, similar to Oyo in some ways, a good number of the political heavyweights, all the former governors, for example, they are supporting Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Minister of Industries.
That Adeni
Adebayo,
John Kaya Fayemi.
even
Shegun Oni.
What's his name? Fayose.
Fayose.
Everyone knows that Fayose is leaning towards Tinubu. That's why the party decided to punish him.
His ESCO.
Yes, so they took his ESCO from him. So where the people who should normally even be against you are all singing from the same hymn now. It is a predictable outcome.
But
It is a rural Yoruba state, and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be elected as president in that state. That will be the choice of the people of Ekiti State. Nobody comes close. Ekiti is gradually becoming even a one-party state, the real sense of the word. No one will come close. The vote of the people of Ekiti shall be for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
And that's it from the Pundit's Corner today. Join us tomorrow as we continue with our state-by-state analysis of the presidential and the governorship election. And that's our offering on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11 p.m. Join us this Sunday for Journalist Hangout on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Uzubaku. See you tomorrow.